Pros and cons of porn. Let's see.
Gotta
See what they
bro.
got to say. To all you dick beaters.
Hey, bro.
I beat my shit last night.
Me
More than once. Nah, I just did once, but I beat my shit last night.
I find nothing wrong with porn.
Nah, it's just on. You need it every once in a while. It's not on that every day.
I feel like it is draining though. It is draining.
Your fridge might hold the secret to a tool that can
You know,
satisfy
hey,
any
man.
woman.
Let's,
That's right.
let's see what's so bad about
Is
porn.
pornography okay? Well, today we're going to answer that question. I'm Dr. Rena Malik, urologist and pelvic surgeon, and if you're new here, I make content weekly on sexual health, bladder health, urologic health, and so much more. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and share this channel with your friends.
She looks like a freak.
I know. Talking about porn, she watches it all the time.
Just got done.
Hey.
So,
Before I get started, I want to be 100% clear.
Okay.
I strongly believe that no one should be shamed for their sexual behaviors as long as they're not damaging themselves
Okay.
or
Facts.
damaging
Real
others.
shit.
And quite frankly, pornography
What you mean by damaging? Like,
all constantly watching it or just overuse of porn.
nigga.
Like what you
Everybody
got.
over. No. Everybody overuse everything, bro.
I don't over. I'm still watch porn every 4 days. Sometimes 3.
I feel like if you can, I feel like you can watch porn as much as you want, as long as it don't affect your life. Like it don't affect
I
what you
just
do.
don't think you should watch too much porn.
I'm watching porn. When after this video, I might watch porn,
I
bro.
mean,
People are
I'm
going to
gonna
get
stick with
exposed to it and maybe even have problems with it. So let's take a deep dive into the scientific research about pornography. So first off, who uses it? Well, depending on the study, up to 70 to 80% of men have used pornography or use it regularly,
I think
and
it's
up to
95.
32% of women. Interestingly, traffic to pornography sites increased by 11% during the COVID pandemic.
Duh,
And
niggas
people
was in the
use
house
Ain't
wet,
beating
man,
them.
with
Shit,
it.
I was one of them.
Sexual
I had COVID and I still beat them.
curiosity about sex, and sadly to learn about anatomy. Because let's face it,
Niggas
sexual
was going
education
crazy.
is limited, if not mediocre at best. Is pornography black or white, good or bad? Well,
Go
there's
ahead, be
not
real.
one right answer for every person. So I'm going to ask each of
So
you
it just
to
depends.
please watch this video in its entirety to learn the pros and cons of pornography before you make your decision. On the positive side, people have shown that pornography users have a more positive attitude towards sex.
Duh, them niggas is released all the goddamn all that testosterone.
They may be willing to experiment more with their partners and have a more satisfied sexual life because of it.
So
And
basically, you need to beat your dick more. If you want to,
Basically, I feel like porn gives you new ideas. Different,
Okay, I feel you.
different ideas, I would say.
I feel you on that.
in the moment, watching pornography usually causes people to feel good. And lastly, some studies have
Yeah.
shown, particularly in women, that watching pornography increases their sexual satisfaction and libido. And people who watch porn with a partner actually find that they're more dedicated to their partner and more sexually satisfied.
You
And I
did that
know a
before?
lot of people
I've never
worry
watched
about
porn.
watching abusive
You
and
ain't
damaging
never
porn.
had
I wouldn't
like
not consider it, but I haven't done
pornography
music.
and how that can cause
just
maybe
Netflix.
sexual violence, but there has been no linkage after looking at multiple studies with pornography and increases in sexual violence, rape, or assault. So when does pornography become a
I don't want to hear this.
Across multiple studies, up to 4 to 10% of people find that they have a problem with porn use or may self-identify as having a porn addiction. Medically, porn addiction is not a classified disease. What people in the medical field call it is problematic pornography use. So who is at risk for getting problematic pornography use?
Single niggas.
Watching more pornography does put you at higher risk, but doesn't in and of itself mean that you have a problem. Also, if you have depression or anxiety on top of watching a lot of pornography, that puts you at a higher risk as well. If you find yourself having moral incongruence or feeling that morally pornography is bad, you're more likely to have a problem due to pornography use. Lastly, if you find yourself preferring masturbation to pornography than having sex with your
You
partner
told me
or
that
a
one
friend-
time, Josh. You told me that one time, Josh. You told me that one time, bro. Get going. You told me
I
that one
did,
time.
bro. I did, bro. I still like that shit.
Nah.
I feel like,
I'll
look,
take
bro.
buns any day of the
I
week.
look. If she give it up, I'm gonna take it. But
Yeah.
I feel like after I have sex with her, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna beat my dick. I feel like using your hands is so much better. Yeah, I don't know, bro. That's just me.
Personal,
And that's
personal
also a
preference.
sign
That's
that you
just
have
me,
a
bro.
Personal
If you think you have a problem, you probably do. So how does this actually happen? Let me explain how pornography affects our brains and our behaviors.
Alright.
Our brains are often exposed to a neurochemical called dopamine. It makes us feel good, and our brains are wired to look for things that give us dopamine. And those are usually things that help sustain our bodies and help sustain our species. And sex is one of those things because
That
sex
nigga
leads to
ain't
it.
reproduction and propagation of
Ashy,
humankind. And
Oh, that
when you
nigga
watch
get it, though. He
pornography,
get it.
your brain releases the same chemicals that get released during sex, dopamine. So watching pornography and people who develop this problematic pornography use have upregulations in pathways in our brain that cause us to look for these dopamine pathways over other things that we normally would do. So your brain starts developing cravings for pornography and even signs of things that may be similar to other addictive substances like drugs. For example, you may develop a tolerance, so you'll watch some pornography and you may need to find more novel, more aggressive, or different types of pornography to get the
I think
same
we
sort
all
of
have
enjoyment.
that problem.
You also
Just
get
be sitting there
impulsivity
searching
and
Dang
for
it,
the
bro.
better
What
video.
that means is you get strong, sudden urges to watch pornography, and you compulsively do them. You keep repeating it regardless of the negative consequences that might occur. And you get what's called weakened executive function. What that means is your brain, when it tells you to do things that are good for you, so like go to work,
I
take
feel
a
you.
shower, pick up your kids from school, just normal activities, but when you have this pathway upregulated, you actually impair that executive function, so you're less likely to do things that you normally would do. And lastly, you can get dysphoria. And
What's
so what
that?
that means is that you start feeling very frustrated and unhappy in other parts of your life when you're not watching pornography. And
You
this,
feel that
all
way?
of this
Ah,
taken
hell
together
no.
can really impact your
Just
willpower.
1 through
Willpower
4?
is actually
Yeah.
not the best way to
One-
get rid
one,
of these
2, 3,
cravings. And
4,
we'll
and
talk
6,
about how
yeah.
to get rid of this problem
Loss of
if you
willpower.
are
Loss of
finding
willpower,
yourself
bro.
having problematic
Maybe that's
pornography.
why I hate working.
Nigga, we all hate
I know,
work.
but you know, like maybe we need to start
Nigga,
watching
If
porn.
I didn't watch
and go to
porn,
work, bro.
I would still hate fucking work. I would still hate to go to work.
So when all this is going on in your
I'd
brain,
probably
what
be mad at
happens to
going to
people
See, I
in
feel
your
like
life?
me,
Well, you'll find yourself.
I watch
avoiding
porn
doing
heavy.
normal
Say if I'm
daily
texting a girl,
activities, spending
Yeah.
time
we
with
just-
family
we
and
just
friends, rather than going to
fucking
work, finding yourself watching
saying some
pornography
sexual
instead.
stuff.
This
You
can
gonna
lead
watch
to
I'm gonna
social
stop texting her
isolation,
for about
feeling
an
very
hour,
lonely,
and I'm watching
and having
porn.
very
Then I'm gonna
few
go back
connections.
texting her.
It can lead to financial
That's what I do.
problems where you're spending more
I
and
ain't
more
gonna say
money
it's that
to use
extreme.
pornography.
It's
And it
extreme.
can cause problems in
If
your
she, then I'll text her
relationships.
again.
More than
If she
that,
keep going, then I'm
people
gonna
can
stop
find
texting her
themselves
again. Then I'm
getting
gonna
signs
go
of
do
real
it
mental health disorders,
double time.
depression,
Bro, I don't know,
anxiety,
bro.
or
I don't know,
feeling
bro.
constant
I got a
sadness
problem.
or
You got a
constant worry.
I got a
And
problem.
what about your sex life? Here's where some
Oh.
of the problems come in. People are accessing pornography at younger and younger ages. In fact,
Facts.
boys are
I
accessing
started in
pornography
the
as
fifth
early
grade.
as 10 years old.
Hell no, 10 years old.
5th grade.
Niggas could beat they shit at 10.
Nah, I used to like beat my shit. Nothing would come out. I used to beat that shit so much. That shit just started hurting. Like, I used to beat that shit so much it'd just be hurting. Or then one day that shit finally came out. I think I was 6th grade.
They saying shit great.
6th grade.
I think I ain't never had a
In
wet
fact,
dream,
I'm
bro.
gonna make a video of how
Nigga, everybody
this
got
could
it.
be
Bro, I
detrimental to
forcefully
younger
did
kids and
that
how to
shit,
talk
bro.
to your
What you
kids
mean
about
I was just going crazy.
Oh, you
I
trying
was
to
just
say
So
like
make
that
sure you
wasn't your
subscribe to
first
my channel and
experience?
turn on that notification bell so
Like
you can
nothing.
make sure you
Yeah.
don't miss these new and upcoming videos. So these
Yeah,
young
I just-
children,
I feel like I was just about to pass out, bro. I was, my eyes was closed.
and they have difficulty
And
discerning
next thing you know,
what's
every
reality and
shit was
what's
on my
fake.
eye. That's
And
the story.
pornography,
I
if
just
you're
had
not
a little
aware,
bit
is
come
a
out,
fake
like,
product. It
just
is
a little
not
bit, yeah.
real life.
And I
This
was
is
so
not how
happy.
normal sexual
Me too.
encounters occur.
I ran
This
to-
is
I
a
ain't gonna
highly
even-
edited product with lighting,
I'm not
with
even gonna say that.
special effects, and all sorts of things that can make sex seem like something very different from what it really is. And quite frankly, a lot of pornography is aggressive, abusive, and doesn't show you how you
It's aggressive, abusive.
So you think you be aggressive?
I do be aggressive.
She said the cause of it was for porn, bro.
It's cause of porn.
So you see Mandingo, Lil D.
So that big ass aggressive mean nigga all the time. He probably watch a lot of fucking porn.
actually need to pleasure your partner. these actors in pornography are not average people. They have above average length penises. They have special effects to make it look like they have higher volumes of semen. And they are immediately erect, and women are immediately lubricated, which is not at all what happens in real life. If you want to learn more about how to pleasure women or about an anatomy of women, please check out my previous videos. I've done some great interviews with Lisa Mungoglas.
I dog her. I'm sorry. I dog her, bro.
And
I don't know
made a
why.
great video about female anatomy.
I know
you
she
can
go.
understand
I know she got like
exactly
what
how
hella
women do
subscribers.
derive
She
pleasure
definitely go
based
crazy.
on their anatomy. The real issue
Oh,
with
she
this
gonna
fake
handle.
reduction
Yeah,
of
I ain't.
pornography is people can start really having self-esteem issues. So
I
they
just
start
know she
thinking like,
goes
oh,
crazy.
am I good enough because I
ain't
don't
gonna say
look like
whether I
that?
would
Or
dog
am
her
I
or not,
pleasuring my
she
partner
goes
well enough
crazy.
because they're not responding
You right.
like the women in the porno
You
video.
right.
All of this
understand.
taken together can lead to performance anxiety and issues with erections. So if you're having problematic pornography use, or you're finding yourself really comparing yourself to the things you're seeing on pornography, this is a sign that maybe you should really investigate your pornography use and check out my next video on how to reduce this problematic use. I hope you all found this helpful. Please comment below and let me know what you thought. As always, remember, take care of yourself because you are worth it.
Moral of the motherfucking story: you
Mhm.
need porn.
Of course. Of
Moral of the
course.
story: you need.
So you think when you
porn.
get married, you gonna still have?
Introducing
Still
Utah, a
going-
new
You ever seen that one with Kevin Hart? Was like he was happy that his wife left the house.
Oh, so he can.
So he could be. It's probably gonna be exactly like this, especially if you done got in an argument. She ain't want to give
Give
it
you
up
no
about
bond,
3
yeah.
days. You, okay, that's fine with me. Once you leave the house, I'm going crazy. Hey, thanks for watching our videos.
Yeah.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe so you can get our content at all times.
And hey, from me, watch porn all day.
Yeah, me too.
Not all day.
Not
Not-
all day.
But it's
at
nothing wrong
least-
with porn,
At least
bro.
twice a week. Twice a week keeps the doctors away. 4 times.